Hi, this is Samantha Catchy, Family Assistance and Program Manager at Hope for 3. In today's TeleH.O.P.E, we're going to share a quick tip to save your mind. Joining us today is Mental Strategist Alana Higginbotham. Hi, Alana.
Hi there. It's so great to be with you today.
Thank you so much for joining us. So now I know you're a homeschool mom. How has
Mhm.
the whole pandemic affected or changed homeschooling?
Well, in the beginning, it gave me a false sense of security or a false sense of sanity because I've been working from home. My husband's been working from home, and we've been homeschooling our kids for about 10 years now.
Wow.
So in the beginning, my mind was, well, this isn't so bad. We're kind of all homebodies. And so not being able to go anywhere at first wasn't really a big deal. And just the way I manage tragedy and trauma and things like that, I felt like, okay, I'll be good. I kind of in the back of my mind still knew that at some point there was going to be a time where I got a little tired of it, and it officially happened probably about 3, 4 weeks in. I was like, okay, I've had a freaking enough. The cool thing is we already had a set of our own tools that we use in situations like this where, okay, we've been home a lot, now it's starting to be a little bit stressful, particularly for me as the mom and the main teacher of our homeschool. And so I just went to those tools. I jumped in the car and I drove all the way to Galveston and parked at the seawall and ate some lunch, breathed in some fresh air, as fresh as the Gulf of Mississippi can be. And, I worked through some tools. So I said all that to say I totally understand the challenges that a lot of these parents are going through right now.
And I know we've talked about meditation, and for some parents who are even hearing that word meditation, you're thinking, we don't have time for meditation. We don't have time for 10, 15 minutes. In fact, if we just get 2 minutes to ourselves, that's a blessing.
Yes,
So you
yes.
have a fun, simple
I
tip.
do. Yes, I do. I do. And some people don't believe in meditation, right? And so I like to frame it that really just an opportunity for your body to breathe on purpose and for you to focus and clear your mind of things so that you can get from your mental what it is you need to push forward, right?
Mhm.
And so really it's not, we're not in here doing any chants or anything like that. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's very simple. It's a very simple process. And I tell you, when I got connected to meditation, may sound really silly, but it was me going to the bathroom and I having 30 seconds to myself and just sitting there while I was using the bathroom, breathing in and out, and just letting the tension go because we don't realize we don't breathe a lot throughout the day. And so I realized, okay, that actually just helped me. And that was like, what, 10 seconds of
Wow.
just closing my eyes and breathing and saying in my head and then out loud, today is going to be a meaningful, productive day. And in that moment, I kind of let go of any expectations of these, this great task list I had, because I know sometimes those get derailed. And that's where it began. And so my simple meditation for today, or my simple breathing exercise, is really a refocus of the mind. And it started with a coffee meditation, okay? But really, the meditation itself is not just about, I'm a coffee lover.
Mm.
And I know you, Samantha, you are a juice lover.
Yes.
I happen to have some juice right here. And so, really, what it is about pausing, breathing, allowing that oxygen to come into your lungs and also into your brain, and focusing on something that you enjoy. So maybe coffee, maybe juice, maybe not even tea is something that you enjoy. But I have this little thing. It's actually a flower vase, and inside of it is my grandmother's apron. And I keep it rolled up. It's kind of tattered. It's even got some, mending that she did on it. but it brings back some great memories for me. And I actually keep it in the back of the cabinet that I have all my baking stuff in. And so if anybody has anything like this, an object, maybe they don't have the object with them, maybe they can think of it. This is the meditation for you. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull that object in close to you. And before you drink it in, you're going to do some deep breathe, some deep breath. In, you're going to hold it for about 2 or 3 seconds, and then you're going to let it out. And you're doing that in through your nose, out through your mouth. And then you're going to do that 3 times at whatever pace is good for you. And then after you do that 1 or 2 times, I'll go for 2, you're going to do the breathing where you breathe in and you blow it out really hard like that. You're breathing in new air, breathing out stale air. And while you're doing the in and out breathing, you can also breathe in what you want to experience for the day and breathe out what you're avoiding for the day. And it's really something that is helpful for a coffee meditation. For you, you're drinking your beet juice, your cold pressed beet juice. So good, Samantha. And before you even take a sip, you're going to look at the coffee. You know, this is actually my favorite mug. I love this mug. I will fish through a dishwasher of dirty dishes, take it out and hand wash this mug so that I can have my coffee in it. And you know, you're going to look at the mug, you're going to just what this whole process is doing is it's making you pause and pay attention to the things that actually serve you. So when I look at this mug, one of the things I love about it is it kind of almost looks like a cable knit sweater.
Mm-hmm.
It's very substantial, but it's not too heavy. And then before I drink the coffee, I smell it because I love the smell of this is a like an espresso type coffee. And then you're feeling the warmth in your hands, you're feeling the energy exchange, and then you take a sip. And this is all saying it takes a lot longer than actually doing it, but you take your sip and you just enjoy it. You think about, wow, I really like this coffee, or I really love this apron because now I'm thinking of watching my grandmother bring the plate to the table. My grandfather is actually deceased. My grandmother, though, is about to be 95 and she's still
Wow.
kicking. So it makes me smile and it takes the focus off of what's going on that could be not serving me. And I know it could take a couple minutes, it could take a few seconds. You're just being intentional, you're focusing on something that serves you. And then from there, it's like, okay, Alana, I'm going to focus on this wonderful cup of coffee. I'm going to focus on my grandmother's apron. But then the reality of me having to go and deal with this change in my climate in my home. I, how do I handle that? Well, the way you're handling it is now there's a little less tension in you. You're realizing that what you're going through is not the only thing in your life, that there are some enjoyable parts if you're having a tough time, and that since leaving the house and going somewhere may not be possible,
Mm-hmm.
you now have something that you can do to pause where you are, drink in some great memories or some great sensations, and then use that elevated positivity to go out and handle the task that may not necessarily be exciting to you right
That's right. And I think even though I did that for a few seconds, it almost like stopped all the noise and all the stress. So it took, like, even though I just did it only 3 times and it was quick, for me, I actually felt like everything just stopped. And it's like, it's almost like I found my center and I just started all over again. So that was, so you could do
now.
this
Yeah.
multiple times during the day as well.
You're absolutely right. And it's what it does is it gives you a reset. It gives you
Mm,
something else to focus on, and it removes you from the tension of the situation for a moment. And I think that it's also important to remember that your children are also stressed.
yeah.
And so if we remember that maybe some of their reactions that to us that may not be normal, If we're in the home with the mom and dad and the dogs and the brothers and the sisters, we're all in the same place together. Everybody is going through what you're going through. And be honest about your feelings and discuss those feelings and take time for yourself.
No, this is awesome. Alana, thank you so much for guiding us through this practical meditation, this stopping and resetting of our mind. For more activities that you can do with your family, please check out hope3.org/resources. And until then, bye.
Bye.